Boom, 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 boom. That's real right. Like a suspect. Freeze. See if I can give it some what they call it, recessed lighting. It is YouTube just been pulling the plug on me. I have to restart 2, 3 times. I'll be talking about that bull. I gotta talk about twerking and all that stuff. Well, that ain't bull. But y'all know what I mean. Back in the building. They keep kicking me out the building. What I do? Mm, try to get some more light. So, do you remember I told you to remind me about the Biggie and Total Trip Vlogs Unlimited with the cute cat and the killer fish. I'm probably gonna say that every time. The cute cat and the killer fish. You cool, man. You always got great energy, Trev. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, brother. Ah, you caught my live. It's probably what? I wonder what time is it over there? It's 2 a.m. here. Mm-mm. Pranish, how you doing? I hope that's how you say your name. Like number one. Oh, you remember Mr. Block? Namaste, namaste. I can't do two hands because I'm holding the light, but I'll do it anyway. Namaste, namaste. Mento is in the building. The super dope glass maker. I'm gonna pull up on you, Mento, one day too. Don't be surprised when I pull up on you. Thank y'all for being here. Suplex the like button. So, Mr. Block, you ready for this? In 95, Biggie came to Cleveland and he brought Total. And man, Total could not sing Mr. Block. And the Cleveland crowd started booing them. And Biggie was like, "Oh no!" Nah. He's like, "Come on, y'all!" And I was, you know me, I was laughing because man, Total could not sing. And for all the Total fans out there, I'm sorry, but they some studio singers. I was I admired their music though, so I was in the same boat. So if you like Total, they're definitely studio singers. And Biggie was like, "Oh, come on, y'all," to the Cleveland crowd, and that's my Biggie flashback, Mr. Block. Everybody saying, "What up, Mental? What you doing up? Are you over there creating?" I saw what you made me too, man. I want to come get that in person, and then I'll exchange. I'll make some tiles for you. The tiles I couldn't get the tiles off the porch. I forgot about them when I got evicted mental. So the ones that I made for you, I'm gonna have to remake some for you. But it's all good because I could make them for you in person. That'd be cool. Or if we do like a stream, like side by side, that'd be cool. Yeah, Mr. Block, they were horrible, man. They were horrible, and I ain't no hater, so I'm giving it. I'm telling it like it is. And you know, if Biggie was like, "Oh, come on, y'all," you know that was bad. Yeah, that'd be better. That'd be dope. You know, mental. I follow some glass makers on Twitch a couple times, and not to like tell you what to do with your stream, but I think it elevates your stream even more if you had if it was possible for you to have a camera pointing like right down where your hands are, so we could kind of see what you see. It's still exciting seeing where we could see it from. But if you were able to suspend the camera like right over your hands where it won't get too hot or it damage the camera, that would be super cool. And I think it would take your channel to like another level because that was one of the reasons I followed one of the glass, I think it's called glass makers or blowers. It was several on Twitch, and I picked the guy who had the camera pointed right down at his hands. So yeah, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but you know, I got love for you, so I would love to see you grow and make it to 100,000 people. So yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be real cool, mental. Or like two different camera angles. Not that I don't want to overload you, but yeah, that'd be cool. Do you ever do glass blowing where they blow air into it and make it expand? I haven't I haven't dove deep into your channel, so I haven't seen if you did glass blowing. Oh, okay, you already got that. Okay, Mento is cold with the fire. Yeah, I like everything that you do, and I'm kind of a picky person when it comes to art. And it's not too many pieces that I've seen that you've done where I was like, I like all of it, especially the marbles, man. It blows me away how you can get the cool designs inside the marble. I'm blown away by that. Yes, my torch is so damn small though; it's hard to blow it out. Okay, because usually when I see people doing the blow, what's it called, glass blowing, they're usually like standing in front of a big furnace and they have a long stick, pause, going back and forth. And usually when they blow it, it's like as big as my head type thing. So I know what you mean. I'm buffering again. Wow. Mental said it's just for you, Block. They hating on your connection over there, to me, Mr. Block. AI Jones from Brooklyn. What up, brother? Is Brooklyn in the house? Without a doubt. I always hear that when I every time I hear see Brooklyn, I think of that Biggie lyric. is Brook or where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Mm-mm-mm. Smooth as butter here, Mr. Block. You must have a. No, I ain't gonna rush you, Mr. Block, because my internet connection at one point was like so terrible. It was like rubbing two nickels together. I was about to mini roast you about your internet, but I slowed up, Mr. Block. How you feeling, Mr. Jones in Brooklyn? I don't think I visited Harlem. I think, yeah, we did ride through Brooklyn the one time I went to New York. I was real little though. I remember, I think going over the Brooklyn Bridge though. New York is live. When I was younger, I wanted to grow up in New York because I wanted to have a whole bunch of like, whole bunch of friends. I think I changed over the years though. Yeah, gotta be. You all good over there, Mr. Block? At that concert, Mr. Block, Ice Cube and the West Side Connection was there. Who else was at that concert? Dang, I can't remember. It was Biggie, Total. I know Ice Cube and them was there. And dang, I went to so many concerts I can't remember. I couldn't be there. And yes, you good. Blind Ranger 405. That's a dope name, man. How you feeling? Thanks for coming through. I got the impromptu light. I'm my own cameraman, y'all. Can I get a like for being my own? I mean, look, I messed it up trying to be cool. My own light man. Now, come on, Mister Block. I know you heard on I know you heard on the records that they really wasn't like, they wasn't blowing like that. They wasn't singing all that good on the record. And I ain't trying to diss them, but I know you heard like compare Whitney Houston to like Toto, and you can hear the quality in somebody that can really sing and somebody that's like kind of a studio singer. And I know because I just be singing like playing around. I know that I can't sing like Luther Vandross or Keith. Oh, I hit you with the Keith Washington. That's old school. Anybody who know who that is, you probably got a little arthritis in your knees. Remember Keith Washington? That one song. What was it called? Kissing You. Classic. Women love that song. Man, I've been to so many concerts, Mr. Block. I went to a Lil Kim concert one time. Since Brooklyn is in the house, if you still here, I went to a Lil Kim concert one time. It was in the hood, and she didn't get there until like 1 o'clock in the morning. Me and my peoples, we we had tickets, but we seen some dudes that own this convenience store, and they thought we was part of their crew, so they told us to come on. Man, we got in for free. I sold my ticket, used the ticket money for drinks. Lil Kim didn't get there till like 1 o'clock in the morning. So by the time she got there, man, I was nice, and that was one of the better concerts that I ever been to. It was in the hood. I was like, man, it's a high chance that I might not make it up out of here once we it let out because that parking lot in the back was like, you ever get them feelings like, man, I might not make it up out of here when you like pull up to the surroundings and you park and you look back at your car like, man, that might not be here either. So that Lil Kim concert was up there. I was probably about 20 years old during that time. I got some great memories, y'all. I'm blessed. So I see everybody chilling up late night. What got y'all up late, or is y'all some late heads? I used to be a late head most of my life, but now I can do both. I used to be up to like at least 12 or 1 o'clock in grade school. I'm about to age myself. I used to be watching Benny Hill, Hee Haw, the Robert Downey Jr. show. I know this probably going over some of y'all heads because I'm seasoned. Thanks for coming through, Blind Ranger. I appreciate you. Thanks for your support. If you're a content creator, let me know. I'll come through and check out your channel. Yeah, I've been to I went to if you like A Ball and MJG, I met A Ball at the airport in my early 20s, and I was rapping in, and he signed my On Top of the World CD and put One Love C Lee on there. And I told him, I said, man, I'm about to open up a concert for Tila in about a month and Crime Boss. And he showed me love, y'all, in the Atlanta airport. And he had a show by himself in Cleveland, like maybe 6 months after that. And it was now you know what? I might have to say that was probably the best concert because he came by himself and did all the good songs. If you're an 8 Ball fan, he did all the good songs off his double CD called Lost. And I went in the VIP and just I paid 75 just to talk to him for like 10 seconds. I said, "Hey man, you remember me?" And he said, "Yeah, you look familiar." I said, "Remember I came up to you at the airport and you signed my CD." And he said, "Oh yeah, I do kind of remember that." And I just left him alone because somebody in the front of the line in the VIP was like being a fanboy, and I told my brother, I was like, "Man, I'm just gonna say a couple words to him and then leave," because the fanboy had kind of blew the spot up, and I ain't want to I ain't want to agitate him or nothing. So that was another great memory, Mr. Block. If you rock with 8 Ball, let me see what's the other concert. I seen Master P and all his crew in concert. You seen Mike Epps, Carlos Miller, and DC Young Fly. Okay, yeah, I rock with the comedy too. I think the only comedy thing I went to was like Cedric the Entertainer and some other people when I was 19, and it's a bad memory attached to that because the girl that we was 19, so I could say girl, the girl that I took, man, she ended up passing away tragically, so it probably kind of made me sad to go to even like another comedy show. Not to make y'all sad, but yeah, this girl that I was dating and took to the Cedric the Entertainer show, man, she was riding on the back of a motorcycle going down to Columbus at this party, and the dude got decapitated in the accident, and she died like instantly. So, rest in peace, Ebony. What's her name? Ebony Holly. Rest in peace, Ebony Holly. We had just started dating, y'all. Space Age Pimpin'. Man, I got all their albums. The first thing I said to 8 Ball when I walked up to him in the Atlanta airport, because he had two people with him, and I didn't know what to say because I didn't want to look like no fanboy. I just said, man, I said I'm from Cleveland and we love y'all music up there. And I said I even got one of your CDs on me because back then you had to travel with CDs. It wasn't all on y'all on the phone, and I had about 15 CDs, and On Top of the World was one of them. Thank you, I appreciate it. The condolences. It was so shocking that I couldn't believe it, and I went on our street like a couple of days later, and I seen all the cars, and you know what that means, that everybody coming over there to support the family, and yeah, that really shook me up. But yeah, I rock with Carlos Miller, man. He is hilarious. He always on point with the funny stuff. He ain't never really said nothing that's corny to me. Nah, nah, Mr. Black. When I come see you, I'm gonna let you know something about Mike Epps that I learned, and I don't even want to say it on here too much. But I'll talk to you in person about what I somebody told me about Mike Epps and DC Young Fly. Yeah, he funny too. Yeah, he's a funny dude. I used to watch they podcast. I forgot what it's called, where they would be sitting on the couch and had the guest sitting right there. I watched a whole bunch of them. Let me see what else we got. How many? What's the other concert I've been to? That was real dope. That was probably the best ones. Lil Kim and 8 Ball. Yeah. Oh no, you know what? My bad. I went to the Up and Smoke tour with Dr. Dre with the Chronic 2001. My bad. That was the best concert I ever been to, and it was last minute. My people, my bud man, he was like, "Hey man, you want to go to the Dr. Dre concert?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." He said, "Man, get ready. I'll be there in like 15, 20 minutes." I got ready. He picked me up. We went down there and we got there right when Eminem was getting off the stage. And I ain't no huge Eminem fan, so that was like perfect timing for me. And man, I stood up that whole concert. I thought I was gonna get arrested because out of my whole section, I was the only one standing up puffing. And I said, man, I know somebody gonna tap me on my shoulder and be like, man, you know you going to jail, right? Yeah, my cousin had passed. She was at the club with her boyfriend, and he was on that baby and doing 100 down the. Oh man, hit a tree and got ejected through the. Wow, wow. Rest in peace. My condolences. Dang. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I'll give a moment of silence before I pick back up on my funny story because yeah, that's no joke. Give a moment of silence. So yeah. Oh, okay, this is kind of cool. That look like I'm getting lit up by a police flashlight right here, though. And my head look big, like how you put a big head on the body, like NBA Jam. Don't it look like NBA? I be roasting myself, y'all. Don't pay no attention to me. I'm a sit down comedian, y'all. All right, so at the Dr. Dre concert, man, I was the only one out of about 100 people standing up smoking bud. And I said, man, I know somebody gonna tap me on my shoulder, like, dude, it's it's kind of a loud at concerts, but you really taking it too far because you know how tall I am. I know I was sticking out like a sore thumb, but I just didn't even care because I was rocking out to all the good Dr. Dre Chronic 2001 songs, especially, and they brought Devin too. And I don't know if y'all a big Devin fan, but I am. And they did that song, I Just Want to F You. And he came out and sang that, the intro to the song. And he was on the stage the whole, the song. And yeah, that was super dope. That was a great memory, y'all. If you know, a hip hop fan, I got this on the pillow so it keeps sliding. Hold on. Yeah, Dr. Dre. If you ain't never seen the Dr. Dre Chronic 2001 tour, it's on YouTube, the whole thing, and they it was from when they was in Boston, but it was pretty much the same, that the same show that was in Cleveland. So it was real dope, and if you're a hip hop fan, you'll love it. It's on YouTube. And they had the stage looking like the outside of a convenience store, like a corner store. It was dope. And they brought the 6-4 out on the stage. So if you're an old school hip hop fan, you'll love it. Yeah, but I just knew I was gonna go to jail, y'all. I blazed like the whole show, and I was just like, F it, like, because I knew it wasn't gonna be, all that serious. 7 years ago, her name was Latoya, R.I.P. Latoya. Yeah, that was no joke. I never understood people that like to drive reckless. You have your moments where you want to hit the gas and all that, but driving reckless, that's not cool. Yeah, that's old school, old school. It's 26 now. That time went by so fast. So all the young people out there, don't waste time and enjoy your life because life go fast, y'all. Seemed like I was just in my like teens and my early 20s, and I just turned 49. If you new here, I just turned 49 on Sunday, even though I don't even like talk like that because I don't number myself. I don't number myself. I feel like I'm in my 20s still. Mm-mm. Let me see what we got. What we got? Memories. Go through your memories, Chris. Yeah, it go fast, Mr. Block. That's why, just like in the Bible, it say that your life is what, like a vapor in the wind. If that ain't like hitting right on the nail, I don't know what is. The Bible be hitting all like the Bible be hitting on all types of stuff. And when I was younger, I didn't even know that it was like that because I didn't dive into the Bible like that. But the older I get and see that the Bible really be hitting on stuff that's going on out here. Like say it's my age, but I don't feel like that. Yeah, I don't even like talking about being OLD. I don't even want to say it because I don't feel OLD, and your body be hearing that. I know when I first heard it, I was like, that sounds weird that your body can hear you talking and like your attitude, but it's true. Cause sometimes I'll be like, man, walk a couple steps without using your walker, and my body react to it, and I can take a couple steps, or uh, not to get too personal, but MS affect the way you go to the bathroom. So the y'all know I'm funny, so I don't mind like sharing this in a funny way, and I'll be like, man, I know I ain't about to pee on myself. And my body will like react to it, and I won't be as urgent to like go to the bathroom. I know that might be too much information, but if you look at my description of my channel, if you're new here, like I say through, I show y'all my everyday struggles living with MS. So if you're new here, my name is Chris, and I'm here to inspire you and motivate you because I have MS, but it don't have me. And I can laugh and talk about this because it don't bother me. So sometimes I'll be like, man, I don't want to pee on myself. I'm cool on that. And my body be like, all right, I hear you. I hear you. And then it'll give me like a couple more minutes to get to the bathroom. So yeah, I don't mind laughing at myself, y'all. It's all to the good. And if you new here or if you haven't heard this and you rock with me like that, I compare having MS, and there's different kinds, but the one I have, I would say it's like the Incredible Hulk, like giving you a bear hug. And I know y'all like, yeah, that's kind of extreme, but yeah, it ain't no joke, y'all. Thanks, Mr. Block. You know me, man. I'm a sit down comedian. If you don't see me laughing, then something is wrong, and that'll probably you'll never see that, man. I ain't gonna never be in no bad mood coming on here because it ain't like that. I gotta spread positivity and great vibes. It's enough negativity in the world. That's why it took me a while to like start talking about stuff because I'm like, man, don't nobody want to hear about no negative your stories that you've been through, but that's not true. People get inspired off of like your hardships and stuff that you go through. This pillow keeps sliding. There you go. Had to get that at a better angle. Now I can laugh at myself, and I knew I always had a big head throughout most of my life. But don't my head look like the NBA Jam when you put the cheat code on and you got the big head on the little body? That was one of my favorite games too when I was when I was growing up. I was a gamer my whole life, y'all. So if you're a gamer, I can relate to you. I only play FIFA now, like every now and then, but man, I used to play Call of Duty like I was really in the game for like 7 years straight. Obviously, I'm being funny, but I took it pretty serious, and I was one of the best grenade throwers you could ever meet on Call of Duty. Where we meet, and I couldn't remember. I asked Poetic. Um, probably, probably the source. But you know, it's so many good people that in our YouTube community ain't no telling where. You know what I mean? As you can see, I be everywhere. I come in the chat, you in the chat, and we in India. I come in the chat, you in the chat, and we in Australia. So it could be anybody. I recently started following and getting connected with people from Nairobi, Kenya, and where else in Africa? I forgot because I follow so many new people now. So you see, I be in these YouTube streets. I ain't scared to get my wheels dirty on my power wheelchair. I be in these streets. I be shifting gears and hitting switches on my wheelchair, y'all. So look out, cause if I rock with you, I might pull up on you this summer after all the snow melt. I know y'all think I'm playing, but I ain't playing. And I ain't never caught no Greyhound while I had to use a wheelchair, but I'm more than willing to. My head looked like Martin after he That was one of the funniest episodes. He knocked him into the wall. That was so funny. And then he came out at the end, and Gina wouldn't even kiss him. She gave him I think she gave a kiss on her hand and then tapped him. That was funny. That was definitely one of my favorite episodes. I love when Tommy and Cole got kicked out of their place and they was staying on the couch. You remember when Martin was like, "Look at him looking like a fake ass Michael and JJ," and he couldn't hold his laughter. I like when it scenes when people can't hold their laughter. That it was so funny it even made them laugh. That was cool. Nah, you don't look like that though. Are you a mechanic or you just a jack of all trades? Since they say you the chef and you was talking about cars, I wonder if you was a mechanic. For all the women out there, let me know your opinion. I mean, men too, but pause. This is like the longest I ever been without cutting my hair and like shaving my beard. Should I go for the tall beard? Let me see. Try to go right here and connect because I was doing the chin strap beard all this time, but it's growing in all right. Should I hold off for the I chop logs beard, the tall beard? And I was thinking about naturally dyeing my gray hair, but I know a lot of ladies they like the maturity. Ah, pause. You say you know a little bit, but not enough. Especially with all these electric cars now, that changed the whole game. I used to work at an auto parts store, and I was real interested in knowing about different stuff, even though I didn't have um the passion for being a mechanic, but I like to learn stuff. So I would ask them so many questions. I learned so many things from all the mechanics, from like the mechanics at the police department to body shops and all that. Well, I mean, they ain't mechanics, but you know what I mean. I was learning body shop stuff too. I just said that because a man can give me beard advice if they got a beard too, but it took a while for all this to like grow in because I had put some. You remember that chemical stuff that you could put on, and then Magic Shave. Man, that stuff burnt my beard all up right here when I was probably like uh, 15 or 16. When I was trying to get a little fuzz. The chopped logs beard, the Paul Bunyan beard. Let me see, is it growing in on this side? It's trying to get a little height going. I'm gonna just let it grow. It was so cold in the storage unit. I couldn't find my clippers, so shoot. I said I'm gonna be a camp what they call it, a park ranger. But it's all good. I don't care. I thought I would be looking wild by now. I gotta get my axe personalized. See Lee. Thank y'all for rocking with me in the middle of the night. I think this is my first time going live in the middle of the night. First time, first time. Do y'all be having the late night snacks, munchies? I kind of stopped doing that after I learned that it's bad for you, but I used to go to sleep with like wings and a pizza box next to me in my younger days. I can admit it. I can admit it. I usually I ate like the same American diet that most people ate throughout my whole life until about 2016. Then I tried to switch it up and be healthy since I had got diagnosed with MS. I got a cousin who's a dietitian and a nutritionist, and she said you fighting a disease now, so you got to switch up your eating habits. I see big things coming your way, man. I appreciate that. I never thought I would have what I think I got like 302, 303 subs now. Thank y'all so much, each and every one of y'all. No matter where you are in the world, all around the world. If you if you just sub to me, or if you're the first person to sub to me, like Tracy Local Learnings, you were probably one of the first people, Tracy, to start subbing to my channel. I appreciate you so much. And I've been watching your videos, and that'd be cool if you did go live. We will all be there for you, Tracy, because you get so much love all across the people that I'm connected with through you and in the community. Always say positive things about you, Tracy. So shout out to Tracy, Local Learnings. If you not hip to her channel, it's Tracy's Local Learnings. And she has a cool channel. If you love animals, if you love learning about prepping, um, just medicinals, what else, Mr. Block? I think I'm covering it all. She tends to her garden on her channel. She has cows that come up to her fence, and she feeds them apples. She got chickens. She got a cool dog, and she just like searching for an RV, but she just found a vehicle that she really likes, and she nicknamed it, what's that? What, my buddy? I think. Did I get it right? So yeah, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. on my way to the moon. I ain't gonna I'll never forget the people who really like helped me get confidence in doing this. No matter how big my channel get, I always have love for y'all and we'll take the time out to respond to y'all comments. I ain't gonna get Hollywood on y'all. I ain't gonna get bougie on y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm pulling up too. Now let me know if you don't want me to pull up. If you don't have like handicap parking where I could put my wheelchair and my rims are gonna be okay because I don't want to come out and my power wheelchair sitting on blocks. Y'all know I'm being funny, but yeah, I would really love to visit the people that really rock with me. Cause man, look at all this snow out here, and it was -2 not too long ago. So when it get warm, that's gonna really give me the vibe to want to be trying to travel. And Cleveland is cool, but I be in the house all the time. And when I was young, I traveled and seen all of Cleveland, and I've been to 25 different states. So that's why another reason why, because I got that travel in me. Tracy is amazing. She has a blessed spirit, always humble. Yeah, always. Big shout out to Tracy. Yep, huge shout out to Tracy. Vancouver. I never been to that part of Canada. I did want to go, but it's so far that was what part of the reason why I didn't go. I always wanted to see Seattle too. It's one of my Call of Duty friends. He is from Seattle that I used to play with all the time. If you see this, what up, too high? I'm so used to calling you by your Call of Duty name. I forgot your real name on Facebook. My bad. If you see this, but it's all love, bro. We played for like 7 years straight, Mr. Black. We had a crew assembled from California to New York, and we would get on Call of Duty like maybe 3 or 4 nights out the week. And man, you ain't want to come across our crew. We were real good. So y'all see, I got some nerd in me. I was a gamer. I started playing video games when I was in kindergarten, y'all, like Pac-Man and Space Invaders. So yeah, I was a gamer like my whole life. I always like to read too, for all the readers out there. I ain't started playing basketball till like the third or fourth grade. And then I started getting real good. And my eighth grade year, we didn't lose a game. It was 22-0. I like shocking people. I be like, man, because I'll look at the chat and I'll be like, watch this. I'm about to surprise some people. Because my saying is I come in and say peace and blessings to everyone. And it make me laugh when I see people like, man, what is you doing over here? But that go to show that I've been putting in work because this is a job, man. And just like Lashana Success System says, Lashana Success System says, shout out to you, Super Champion. If you see this, that YouTube is a job. And if you want to succeed, like you got to pull up unless you already just exploded like off of one video. But I know like I probably will have to go a different route unless one of the video about me getting napped explode when I tell that in full detail because it's just me and I don't really be outside and doing a whole bunch of different stuff. So I have to, you know, put in the work and grind and meet people to help my channel grow. But the when I tell the story about me getting napped and pow through my teeth, I believe that video will probably blow up and take my channel to another level. But I planned on doing this, like getting to know the people that helped me out in the beginning and get to know them organically before God blessed me with like a video that go viral or something like that. I even mentioned that in my probably my first week being on YouTube because that's my main story is talking about when I got napped. That was one of my main reasons for being on here and sharing my life dealing with MS. What was you playing? The old school stuff like the Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Centipede, Space Invaders. I took you back on that, didn't I? That's old school right there. SFA in the house. Thank you for stopping by. It's a job. I'll be watching Poetic going hard in the paint. For real, her phone should be glued to her hand because that's where the work begins and ends. Yep, you got that right. She be putting out some content and she going what 6 and 6 o'clock and the interviews on Saturday. So she really going hard. Thank you for stopping by. I always say SFA because I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. Let me try. Muz was it for Muzaffarper? I don't know. You probably have it where it's abbreviated, but yeah, I don't want to say the wrong thing because I respect you. Thank you for stopping by. I'll just keep saying SFA. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, it's a lot of work. And because she knows how to do the AI stuff and make songs, I can just imagine how much more work that is because all I'm doing is hitting live and letting y'all see my big old bowling ball head talk to y'all. So it's definitely a lot more work when you creating songs. And she got the cool like animated people that have the words on their chest and the crown. Super dope poetic if you watching this on the rewatch. I want to get me a mic so I could sound a little bit clearer. And since the lady is like when I go like this and hit them with the after midnight, we're gonna slow it down for the midnight hour. Pause, everybody out the men out there. That's for the ladies. Once I get the sure mic, I'm gonna have to be the DJ. DJ Chris Lee. Shout out to my new peoples from Minnesota, Miss Hash Brown. Shout out to Sarah. Sarah, where she said, oh, shout out to St. Louis. If you're watching this, Sarah, on the rewatch. Shout out to St. Louis. Man, it's a go. I try to help, but she said she got it. Do you? I don't even understand that. I'm gonna have to take like a deep course and learn about how to do that stuff. That's one reason I like to pull up because I would rather learn from somebody that know how to do it already. The midnight hour. We're gonna slow it down. I used to like listening to them DJs at night when they would start playing the R&B classics. We're gonna take some callers. What they say? We're gonna take some requests on the nightline. Shout out to everybody who is on the rewatch crew. Oh, and Tracy, I see that you didn't like none of the times when I put rewatch gang on there or like playlist gang, and that's probably a trigger on YouTube. I shouldn't even say it then, but my fault for putting that on there. So I changed it to Playlist Crew. I know Tracy was like, "Man, I don't want, I don't want no GANG on my channel." My bad, Tracy. Don't worry, I wasn't in that life. I was my own GANG. Mr. Block, did you play any sports? Mm, 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 mm. I played. Shoot, I played every sport for real. I played soccer, basketball, baseball, and football. And then I just started playing football and basketball once I got to the ninth grade. Keith Sweat still at it on the radio, and he's still at it. What he got, like a podcast, or you talking about he's still cranking out songs? He played lineman. I was a tight end. Pause. And they would put me at defensive end every blue moon, and I played linebacker one time, but I was basically a tight end. Pause. Which what position on the line did you play? And basketball, I was a center in high school most of the time. I was like 6'5", 6'6" throughout high school, and that's like a center's height in high school. The late night radio playing great music in old school. Play center. Okay, he was the main blocker, that the glue. Played center in the seventh grade, but that was flag football, so that don't really count. Because I went to a Lutheran school in seventh and eighth grade, and they ain't had tackle. But after that one year, I said, "Yeah, I think I'm cool on the quarterback putting his hands underneath my crotch." I was cool on that. I ain't like football that much. Ah, no disrespect for anybody that played center for a long time though. But that one year, that was enough for me. The Gorilla Glue, yeah, y'all, you got to know the play and all that, I believe. And if you call an audible, you got to be in charge of like calling it out. Yeah, I used to love football. I was a Madden head for a long time too. I was a dude that always wanted to play for $5. I would be like, man, this is boring, man. People be like, oh, you can play for pride. I'm like, nah, man, play for five at least. Play for five at least. I was that play for five at least, dude. And it would be funny. I said, man, I want you to like look in your pocket tomorrow when it's time to buy a sandwich. Like, dang, man, Chris got my $5. I'm glad that I like gambling, but um it didn't take over my life where I'm betting my car and my house type stuff. Yeah, it didn't ever get that bad. I was the $5 dude. That was enough for me to like put some more competitiveness into the game. But I ain't want you to like. I ain't want to play for like 100 and then because if you was my friend, I ain't want to take 100 from you. You see how I said I'd take it because I knew I was gonna win. Then I started becoming a shooter fan when I was playing. I started playing Halo when the Xbox came out. Halo was the ish before Call of Duty came out and just took everything over. I know some people still like probably playing Halo, but it kind of faded off now. The coach be cursing people out like crazy. Oh yeah, Mr. Black, that was one thing I didn't really rock with. And even in my young head, I was like, man, you wouldn't talk to me like that, like outside this field or the court. I never did like coaches that would scream at you. That wasn't really motivation to me. I was just talking about this. Q, if you watch this on a rewatch, me and my people's Q, we was talking about this the other day. How if if you were a good player, you didn't really need to be screamed at. I wasn't that type. Like I would do all the suicides and all the conditioning and all that, but there was no need to be all screaming and hollering at me. And in my young head, I would be like, man, you wouldn't be talking to me like that if you wasn't the coach. But I still, I fell in line because that was, what you had to do. I definitely wasn't feeling the coaches that was on some other stuff. You'd get the same productivity out of me if you was calm. But you know how that is. We was even saying this the other day that a lot of coaches be over abusing their power because they know they can, and they know you young, so you got to take it, and you trying to be on the team, yada yada yada. It's kind of corny for real though. If I was a coach, I'd be super calm. If I had to like discipline you, I wouldn't be all in your face spitting. I'd be like, man, what the hell are you doing out there? That's how I would put that. They'd probably be laughing at me the way I would be setting people straight. They say it makes you tough. Yeah, I wasn't feeling that. It made me think about. I ain't gonna even say that because that's the younger Chris would be trying to think about getting revenge, but I don't even talk like that no more. Yeah, but it taught me discipline though. Going to a private school, and man, I had to be at school at 6:30 in the morning, Mister Black, for conditioning for basketball. And if you didn't go, you couldn't even go off of the team. And you had to be there at 6:30 to lift weights. Then we went outside and it was cold, right next to the lake too. And you had to do the mile under 6 minutes, or you couldn't make the team. So I would pace myself with the soccer players because I knew that their conditioning was way better than us because they wouldn't even be huffing and puffing when we came back in. So I told myself, I said, Chris, you better keep up with them soccer players and use them as like a rabbit. You know how to at the racetrack they had a rabbit and the dogs be chased. I said use them like the rabbit, and I did, and I made the mile like relatively faster than I would have if I was just running and not using some motivation. So shout out to my young self for being smart on that because I sure didn't like running the mile in the cold at 7 in the morning before school start, and you have to take a shower and then go to school. That taught me a lot of discipline, Mister Block, going to that private school. I didn't like it, but yeah, shout out to St. Joe's. It's called Villa Angela St. Joe's now because it merged with a girls' school. Luckily, a year before I went there, because I didn't want to go to no boys' school, but everybody still call it St. Joe's because of its history. Mm-mm. I ain't gonna I ain't gonna keep y'all up too late though. It's about to hit an hour, and I'll probably talk for a little bit more, but yeah, since it's a late night stream, I ain't gonna hold it too long. Like I said, I was the glue, so he never came up to me, but I didn't like how he was doing the other players. They quit, and I did too because you helped get a trophy and you disrespect the whole team. Yeah, yeah, I feel that. I would have been on the same type of time if the disrespect had went like overboard, I wouldn't have mind getting put off the team. But you could look in somebody's eyes and tell, and I think they looked in my eyes and could tell I wasn't the one back then. I never was the one for real. A lot of people used to talk smack to me, but you could look in people's eyes and tell if you really want to like shoot the fade with them. And I only had to be in one fight my whole life. I don't mind saying this because it's my truth. In the second grade, I was in a fight, and he was like 2 grades older than me, and he hit me in my face and knocked me down, and that was it for me. I was in the second grade. It didn't happen again, just to let y'all know. But I never had to get in a fight because I mean I was always huge, and people would probably could look in my eyes and tell like, yeah, Chris ain't no joke, and the way I talk, like I ain't the one. But I ain't trying to talk like I'm tough, Tony. Y'all, just telling my truth and my story. I never like to be disrespected. That's not cool. And I would take up for people who were like smaller than me if somebody was picking on them and they ain't deserve to be picked on. Just like you, Mr. Block. I ain't never come across no coach that disrespected the whole team because I would have said something and they would have kicked me off the team. Yeah, I got the. You see my arms now? I got that reach. I ain't never measured my arms. Oh, you know what they probably did when I was like getting dress shirts and stuff, but I can't even remember what he used to say in the back of my shirt. I wish I had a went into not boxing, but like MMA. If it had got popular during the times when I was growing up, I think I could have been a nice MMA fighter because I really like that. Me either. I used to bully the bully. Yeah, that was me too. It was a couple bullies that tried me, but I told this one dude, and rest in peace, Sean Chaney. He actually gave me a scar. It's gone now. I had a scar for like 20, 15 years right here because he scratched me in practice. Rest in peace, Sean Chaney. But he tried to bully me one day. I said, dude, I said, we lift weights right next to each other. You see that I lift way more than you. And he said, yeah, but my reach is longer because he was like 6'9", 6'10". I went over, I looked at my peoples. I said, hey, man, you better tell him, don't it take less to knock somebody out if you can lift more weights? He said, yeah. And his whole face changed and he didn't mess with me no more after that. And we became real cool. And yeah, scratched me in practice, and it was a scratch that needed like stitches, and it was like 2 inches long. I think oh no, I think it was right here, but it healed up over like 20 years time. But I always thought about him, man. Mr. Block, you'll never believe how this dude passed away, man. He was hustling, and he sold a fiend some bad stuff that was fake. So in revenge, the fiend drove the car up on the porch he was sitting on. It was one of them the things where you just got steps leading up to the door, and he was sitting on it, and the fiend smashed his car into him and took him out. Man, he was only like 19. No, he was only like 17, bro. He was only like 17. Rest in peace, Sean Chaney. After you tried to bully me, we became cool, man. So rest in peace, man. Man, yeah, that's tough. That was in the ninth grade when he scratched me too. Man, so I just hit the 1 hour 3 minute mark. Give me like 5 more minutes and I'm gonna shut it down. Yeah, man. That's like one of the most tragic ways I heard somebody like get taken out. Man, that just brought me back right there. I remember when they told me, yeah, rest in peace, man. So man, I appreciate all the love, all the love. I'm gonna start making more videos too. I ain't made a video since my tuna fish video, so look out for more content from me. and I'm gonna keep my word. I ain't gonna keep y'all only waiting for me no more and not show up. I was give me some slack for my birthday because y'all know how that be when you trying to stay up and celebrate. I was I was tired than a mug. Yeah, it was like 17 years old, man. Man, yeah. And so I appreciate y'all, man. And when it get warm, if you want me to come and visit you, if you're not too far away, let me know. Source, I wish you was closer because I would love to visit Hawaii. Maybe if I put like the hovercraft stuff on my power wheelchair, I could hovercraft over to Hawaii. G.I. Joe. I was watching G.I. Joe that day, so that's why I had the flashbacks to the hovercraft. Long story short, I had that as a kid. Dope. G.I. Joe. Nah. But yeah, I just be going off into another world. My bad, y'all. But yeah, thanks for all the love from Africa to India to the Philippines. I have some subs from Philippines, Thailand. Um, oh, Sweden. Shout out to my new self of Sweden. Great energy. I forgot your name, so forgive me, but Sweden. We're gonna go to Florida, Mark, New York. It's do a Gemini. I think Mento's in New York too. Simple. Arkansas, Charlotte, Key, um, Minnesota, Hash Brown, what up? St. Louis, Sarah, what up? California, Desert and Bulldogs. Thank y'all for being so supportive. I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna try to get everybody in the future. I'm gonna write it on the notebook, but I started following so many people now. I got a brain for it now. So who else? Who else? Who else? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get some more though. I'm gonna get some more. You say I deserve it. We are all family, Chris Lee. They gonna forever support you, and I will also. 100 with whatever 100. Shoot, I feel the same way. I feel like y'all my family for real, and I don't be looking for sympathy when I say this on a microphone. But yeah, y'all be showing me more love than my family, so y'all are my family for real. And I'm gonna continue to run y'all playlists. And shout out to Down the River. Oh, Nova Scotia, my bag. I said down the road. I really appreciate your support. And who else in Canada? Damn, I can't remember it, but thank you, Down the Road. You've been very supportive. And if you get to the end of this, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I ran his playlist from like 12 a.m. to 2 p.m. yesterday, Mr. Block, and he got some great content. If you, I think you hip to Down the Road. Simple, bum, 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 bum. Simple's gonna sing next time. Just kidding. Simple got simple. I'm gonna use your idea, and later on, probably in the next year, I'm gonna get me a cool aquarium that's like small and manageable, and put my own spin on it, so I can be like you, and put like a cool sign in the back with something inspirational. So I ain't trying to steal your idea, just trying to make. I'm gonna make one that's like mine, but you're the inspiration behind it. So salute to you. And oh, how could I forget about Rising Phoenix in Arlington? So if you see this, you at the end, we're gonna end it off with you. You've been just as supportive as Tracy, and you learned about me through Tracy. So shout out to Tracy again. Salute to you, Vancouver family. And with that being said, I just hit the 1 hour and 10 minute mark, and I think that's about it. Shout out to Lashana too for being our a great life coach and helping us to learn about how to grow our channel. I appreciate it, and I've used your tactics to help my channel grow. And look where we at now. I'm over 300 subs, so definitely are right on point with a lot of stuff. And I love how you do it cut and dry without any what they call it. You know what I'm trying to say. You get right to the point. That's it. Yeah. Thank y'all. Whoever's in the building with Mr. Block and me, thank you so much. It say two people, but I know the counter be all messed up sometimes. Oh yeah, thank you. Well, I said India. I believe SFA is in India, so thank you for stopping by, SFA. And I'll be seeing y'all pretty soon. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it on down. Shut it on down. Let's end it in a prayer. Thank you, Father, for everybody who came through. Thank you for everybody who's still here. And please protect everybody from evil, from any bad times that they're going through. Lift their heads up. And thank you for all the sins that you've forgiven for us, the prayers that you've answered, all the great times and the bad times that we learned from. And I'm going to keep it short. Thank you so much for everything, Father. God bless everybody in this chat and anybody who's on the rewatch. God bless you. God bless you. Hallelujah. Amen. Yes, how many subs you had before? Mm, 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 mm. What you mean, Mr. Block, before I shut it down? I had 100, like 30 going into the end of the summer. So I really have grown since the end of the summer. I was even kind of getting depressed, like, man, I'm stuck at like 130 something. Don't nobody want to hear what I'm talking about, but look, I'm over 300 now, so I just had to get up, get up, get up, get up, get out, and get something. Don't spend all your time trying to get up, get out, and get something. With y'all love and support, yeah, I did, and I'm in these YouTube streets, so and I'm more willing to open up and start sharing my life, so that really helped a lot too. And what else? The deer in the yard, and me streaming and playing the lo-fi for all those extended hours. I believe that helped my channel grow. I'm glad that I thought about that before the A team kicked me out of the house. That was my plan, though. I knew that the eviction was coming, the illegal eviction was coming. I had like 2 weeks left, Mr. Block. So I said, I'm about to stream and show the snow and play music, and that will get my hours up. And then I know a lot of people like watching that, so because I love lo-fi myself, so I knew that that would boost me up a little bit too. So shout out to everybody who enjoyed the snow streams, the lo-fi, the jazz in the morning, and the DJ Chris Lee, the Deer Whisperer. Thank y'all so much. Oh, shout out to Ellen. Can't forget Ellen. I think you're in New York, but forgive me if I'm wrong. She be having the cool snow streams where she goes out there too. And if I'm forgetting anybody, I'll remember on the next one. So with that being said, peace and blessings. Like I say when I enter y'all chat, we're gonna leave it like that. Peace and blessings all across the world. Hope you're having a great night, day, evening, afternoon. And I'll see y'all soon. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here for me. Peace, Mr. Block. You're a good dude, man. I can't wait to meet y'all. And DJ Chris Lee is out of here. Peace. Don't let me have to bounce you out the club if you're in the bathroom hanging around. It used to be fun clearing the club out when I was a bouncer and they hit the lights and you you really see what's going on. All right, y'all. I done talked y'all ear off enough. All right. See you, Mr. Block. Peace. Turn them lights out. Is what they say is bedtime. I'm glad I don't have to hear that no more. Well, they say it's lights out time. Yeah, I'm glad I ain't have to hear that ever again after like 20 something. Y'all know what I mean. Remember on Life when they kept talking? That was my favorite scene. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna talk y'all head off. It's 3 in the morning, Chris. Let them go. Peace. Hair grease.